Hi, it's Jeff Pulver, and if it's Mondays, you know it's time for
Ask the oracles.
Hi,
Ask the
Amy.
good oracles.
Yes, ask the oracles. It is. And how was your week?
Our week, we're kind of exhilarated and exhausted. We're two exhausted oracles from making oracles and writing oracles. But you want a reading from an exhausted oracle. Those are the best.
Yeah.
I remember one time, I show my clothes at Bergdorf Goodman, and one time they had a special event where we were doing readings. We agreed to do readings, and there were 200 people in a line.
Wow.
And we were doing one after the other. You get really zonked out, but you kind of leave your body. But one woman stood in line for an hour and a half. She was holding a bunch of papers. And when she got to us, she said, "Where's the money buried? Where's the money buried?" In Russia.
Yeah, I think
I
can't
remember what we told her, but 200 people in a few hours.
Well, she never gave us any, so we don't know if she found it. But that wasn't a surprise, really. How was your week, Jeff?
It was okay. It's a week of transition, moving, getting set up in a new location, and just accepting the fact that I'm no longer on Long Island, although I've been there since 1975. So it's just,
you're a mainlander now.
See, that's part of
yes, that's what my sister
about.
Michelle said. I'm now on the mainland after all these years. So,
and speaking of Michelle, we now have a returning Oracle superstar,
Michelle Marie.
Hey, Michelle Marie.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. It's an honor to be here. I love you all.
Oh, we love you too.
Let's talk a little bit about the astrological energies, because like Jeff made a big change. That's what's going on. We were all kind of called to make innovation in our lives, and we're certainly doing that here. I mean, that's why we're tired, right? We're doing all kinds of experimental new things. And Monty's just pulled up the astro clock.
If you have gallery view, it might seem small, but if you put speaker view on, it should get bigger. The reason that we're doing a lot of innovations, and we're going to be talking about one of them today, like we've gone on to TikTok. I don't know if you've all seen the Amy Zerner channel on TikTok.
It's fun.
Yeah, we're almost up to 300,000 views and 20,000 followers in just a couple of weeks.
And a lot of requests for us to adopt them.
Yes, we're starting the Enchanted World Adoption Agency any day now, and we'll be trying to sell these kids to you. We're sort of like going to do futures.
Like recycling.
Right, we're going to upcycle these children and get them to Oracle homes. But the thing that's going on right now is this planet over here, which is Uranus and Taurus, as Michelle can tell you, and it is squared down here to Saturn and Aquarius, and it happens every 22 years, I think. It's like a new world order, good or bad,
grappling with stuff from the past, trying to bring it into the future, trying to move into the future, right?
And today we're going to talk about cryptocurrencies. I know nobody wants to talk about it, but the governments are doing it. There's all kinds of crypto news right now.
A few years ago, it sounded like, are you kidding me?
And
now it's like, we better get on it.
I mean, the United States government's even, right, Jeff, is talking about Algorand, is using that as a basis for the
none of this is new. I mean, I could tell you the Bank of England was first talking about this, that I am aware of, about 6 years ago. In 2018, I was in Tel Aviv, and I had a meeting with the number 2 person at the Bank of Israel. And we were talking, I shared with them an idea that I had for a digital shekel, only to read about it in the news about a month and a half ago that they're actually doing that. So yeah, it's just a matter of public policy and central banks and how the world catches up, or it's not even the regulation of it, it's just understanding the characteristics. The government of, what was it, El Salvador recently announced that they're letting go of the dollar. And they're going to be Bitcoin based. There are a lot of governments in the Caribbean and Central and South America, or certainly Central America, where they have dollar based economies, where they're not associated with the United States per se, but they use the U.S. dollar as a basis for commerce. And so, in any of those cases, they can be using it. Like in Turks and Caicos, which is really an enclave from the United Kingdom, they are they use the U.S. dollar as the basis. I mean, they could have their own currency if they chose not to. They could support pounds. They chose not to. So there are probably over 30 countries I'm aware of which do not have their own currency, which could easily move into a digital currency. And then it's just a matter of how it actually works and what that means to any of us.
You know, and one of the reasons that El Salvador is going into Bitcoin, and they actually have Bitcoin, you know, vending machines.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was showing the astrology, and then I forgot that no one can see us. One of the reasons El Salvador is doing this, you know, because Elon Musk apparently, you know, when he farts, everybody runs for cover, and the world is, you know, and the crypto world goes crazy because these people are a bunch of scared babies. But El Salvador is going to be a hub of crypto, as is Paraguay, by the way, because they have geothermal energy. So you can't start saying that the energy has been produced by, you know, on the backs of slave children or anything like that.
I think, you know, all these new things, sometimes it does scare people because they feel they don't know anything about it, or it's a whole new thing to learn. I mean, what's the takeaway now? Just to be open, right?
Well,
to new ways of thinking and being. Go ahead, Michelle Marie.
I was going to say she's early to the game also, but I don't think anyone's as early as Jeffrey, who had conferences about the digital economy years ago, 5 years, 6 ago.
Well, look, I'll just say that DigiCash and CyberCash were around in 1996. That was the first time that people that I'm aware of attempted to commercialize it in commerce on the internet. It's just that it wasn't until Bitcoin came out that you could actually transfer value with proof, so that you could, because there's a lots of opportunities for people to not be so honest and not be so worthy of any trust. But the concepts of digital currency happened, you know, a long time ago in terms of how we do things. It's just now the technology's caught up with the future, and we could innovate. But Michelle, please take it away.
Really.
Well, what I tell people when they're kind of scared about this new crypto market is the last time Uranus was in Taurus was the Great Depression. And we went through this whole economic overhaul, and it was very difficult and very trying. And the last time that Saturn was in Aquarius at this level was when we had the World Wide Web launch on a public level. You know, it was invented before that, but it's when it became more accessible. And it was a whole new system, a whole way of doing things. I mean, people were used to sending letters and writing checks, and the World Wide Web changed everything. So now we use it, and it's a part of our daily lives, and we don't even think about it. We just pull up our smartphone, which is also new, and we do all of these things as a part of our daily life. So it's going to take some getting used to, but it's just a change, and that's what Uranus and Saturn do.
Yeah.
It's inevitable, and you know, it's good changes. All those things that you described, you know, turn out to be better, right? Made life better.
And also in some ways this is expansive in the sense that there are billions of people in the world that don't have a bank. They're unbanked.
Yes.
And one of the opportunities that digital currencies offer is the opportunity for the unbanked world to connect and to create value and to engage in commerce. And so there's certain countries where people do not trust their government, do not trust their banks.
That's every country.
Well, yeah, but there's more money in certain mattresses in certain countries than others.
That's true.
And so this offers a way for, in some situations anyway, to create value and contribute. It's you know, as Michelle says, people will take this for granted, and it's just a matter of learning enough so you're not scared of change, and over time, you know, people can figure out what they want to do with this. But it's as much as there was a time when people used to travel with American Express travelers checks as a way to do that. We don't normally think about travelers checks so much anymore. There are other means of payment, and so this becomes another form of payment for certain types of transactions which can be used. And what's also very exciting is in the arts, and I don't know why it is in the arts, but this whole concept of what's called an NFT, they have been bonded with the art, with people in the arts. And NFT technically stands for non-fungible token, which begs the question, what's a fungible token? But if you think of gasoline, if you own a car and you go and you fill up your car and you're running on, you know, I don't know, halfway or running on empty, you want to get more gas, You know, do you go to the exact same gas station that filled your car up before, or do you go to any gas station? And most people, depending upon where you are, you go to the closest gas station to fill up your tank. You don't really think about anything about the characteristics of that gas. You just put in your tank, and that's fungible in the sense that a gas is gas. Even though technically you could say, you know, from a chemical composition perspective, maybe it's not exactly the same, but for all practical purposes, it's the same. So when something is unique, that's non-fungible. So pieces of art, arguably are unique, and so it's the uniqueness that creates a value opportunity. And so early on, people have associated with digital currency with digital art. And so there have been marketplaces that have been booming in the past year or so, and really longer than in the past year, on creating these unique works of art and being able to sell them. And when major galleries from around the world start accepting crypto as payment and also have NFT installations, you realize the world is changing and moving forward. And so it's
Who's going to do an NFT soon?
You.
Yeah, because the host of the Jeff Coin is also checking out NFTs. It's in the beta stage. So, and plus, and they're
We'll
approaching
let
it.
everyone know.
We will, and we're approaching it with Rally from a very community-based standpoint. They're not out to make a fortune, you know, for every artist who sells an NFT.
It's a different approach.
It's more community-based, which we really like a lot better than you know, Beeple and all those little weird faces that they're selling for all this money. But I mean, that is an aspect. It's here to stay, but it's something that you got to know a little bit about before you get, just like crypto. But the thing is you can't be afraid of it, because it's like being afraid of getting on a bus. If you want to go somewhere, you got to get on the bus.
Years ago, we did a CD-ROM version of our tarot.
Oh my God.
And at the time, people say, how can you get a reading, you know, electronically? You know, you're not touching the cards. And so we would always say, you know, way back when people used to throw bones or stones, they couldn't believe that you could do cardboard cards. You know, they were probably against that when it started moving forward. And then, you know, now in the future, who knows? We'll just like send it to you.
No, I don't want to get chipped. Chips are for animals.
Whatever, we adapt and then we forget the way it was, you know, it just becomes a normal part of our everyday life. But when you're a visionary, you feel a pulse kind of ahead of the curve.
You know,
and then it takes a while for everyone to catch up.
Anyone who knows the book of Revelation says that, knows the part where it talks about the mark of the beast, and his number is 666. Well, Jeffrey, you can check me on this, but when scanning, you know, barcode scanners first came out, they had a 6 on one end, a 6 on another end, and a 6 in the middle as a way to orient the scan, to make sure that the scanner was orienting correctly.
Why did they pick 6?
I don't know. Someone had a really weird biblical sense of humor, I think. But you know, now they're talking about chips where, you know, you'll be able to, instead of tapping your credit card, you tap your finger. But at the same time, that does enable the government that we all love and stuff our mattresses because of to shut off your chip.
Well, of course, everything's not going to be good, right? There's always the yin yang and the underbelly and the dark side.
Well, New World Order can be a good New World Order based on Ask the Oracle's principles, or it can be, you know, power mad crazos.
Well, that's why we have to hone our intuition to navigate all this.
Right.
So I guess we should start taking questions. Speaking
I think we
navigation.
should.
Are we going to answer regular questions, or do they have to be about crypto?
I think regular, probably.
Regular
questions. That's okay.
Regular questions.
We're never regular.
Right.
No, never regular. Our first question today is from our very dear friend Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
Hi, how are you? So
Your cat is very patient to be shaken around like that.
Yeah, the hair.
The hair.
Perfect.
I'm jealous.
Here's some. I have 2 questions. How much Zane should I buy? And then will the Oracle Council, especially Michelle, pick a card for Leo season?
Leo season. Okay.
Leo season.
Leo season.
Leo season.
No, but how much Zane should I buy is also a real question.
We're not allowed to offer financial advice.
Well, we'll tell you.
18 or 36?
It was a great year.
Okay, I'll buy 2021.
That's too much. We don't want.
You'll know what to
It's
do.
all about community. That's all I'm gonna say. It's all about community.
Okay, so Lauren, 18 or 36, you can type in the comments, or anybody in the community can just tell me how much they need to buy that is not involved, because it's not, I thought it was just only health or politics personally.
No, you can buy Jeff.
Hey, look I got for Leo season, I got the lover.
Aw.
Nice. This was almost the cover of the Wild Goddess Oracle.
You know, Leo rules love, and
Mhm.
the rules the heart. So, and you know, with love, all things are possible. So that's your focus, Amanda. We know you're full of it, and I mean love.
Full of it. I am.
Do you have the photographic versions of these you used to have? Or knowing
The
you,
big
NFT, the wild goddesses, please.
they will be
That's a
done.
good idea.
Yeah.
I will definitely will be done. Every you know, the thing is it's early days, you know. It's really early days. You know, the Zane coin just launched. We have its big brother Jeff, the Jeff coin.
Yeah, Jeff is available.
Jeff coin is
What do you have?
available.
What message do you have for Amanda?
Well, to let
Michelle?
everybody know, I am using a first edition
Oh my
version
God.
of Karma Cards 1988. So this is a
Wow.
very
Wow.
special lucky deck. And I'm using Monte's method of reading. And I just wanted to show everybody this.
Oh god.
How cute is Monte? Look at that.
Oh wow.
I used to like you.
I think you're my age in this photo. What are you, 37, 38 here?
38, yeah, 37.
38.
38 this month. So there you go. You're
wow.
so good, man. You're
Youngin.
so young.
Well, thank you. Well,
Our
thank you.
first child, a karma card.
Yeah, that was our first child, and you found that deck, right? You found that first.
I
edition.
did. I came right across it. It was fate.
Yeah, well, if anyone deserves it, you.
Oh.
And we're working to make it worth something.
So what does it say?
So I got
Jupiter.
Jupiter and Gemini in the first house for the outcome.
Wow,
of
writing,
Leo season
talking.
for you.
Yeah.
Amanda,
So-
that's a great answer.
What you do with the karma cards is you literally just, if you want to know the outcome of something, you follow the blue line for spiritual, mental, and physical. And you don't have to be an astrologer to do this. That's what's great about these cards. So you got the granting of information to explain who you are, blessings from and communications about your desires, and good fortune resulting from the fluctuations of your actions. So
Good
That's-
fortune.
Wow.
Is that good enough?
I think I'll take it.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Thank you.
I pulled cards too, but I like what I like what Michelle shared. What I got for, and take these words for what they are: distractions, accomplishment, and wish granted. So I don't know what you're focusing on, but
No.
There.
but they create some distractions, but there's both accomplishment and wish granted together. So something good is happening. I hope
Okay, well,
it's
Boston,
good.
I was thinking about Boston as a distraction, so
Oh,
or Cambridge, so that's kind of nice too.
yeah.
Thank you very much, Oracle Council.
Well, thank you, Amanda.
I appreciate it. This was awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda. Our next question up is Victoria.
Oh.
Where's
And Victoria is.
Just hard.
Oh, there she is. She's up in the upper right. You might be muted.
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
good.
here.
Oh, good.
How is everybody?
We're good.
So yeah, I have to run, but I'm gonna make it quick. All right. So my birthday was last Tuesday, and I just really want to know what's in store for the next 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months.
Okay. I'm running out of. I got to use a different oracle because I'll take the True Love Tarot. Everyone else has got a different one, which is great. I'm not complaining. Okay, Victoria, I'm looking right at you.
Here's our Enchanted Love Tarot.
Right. So in case you're interested in relationship information. Okay, so I got the Prince of Gems. There he is, and he is the builder. So this week you'll either be laying the foundation for something, or the next 3 to 6 months you'll be either laying the foundation or building on something that you've already laid the foundation for. This is like the Prince of Pentacles and some of the other tarot decks for But you see, it says the build. Wait, oh, there we go.
Yeah, I got it.
I get, so I picked a card from our little reminders, law of attraction, because we're mixing it up here. So I get no doubt. That is when you really achieve success. So I think that's something to work on, something for all of us to work on, because sometimes we doubt ourselves. Can we do it? Is it going to happen? You know, when we're beaten down by past disappointments. So just think about when that crops up, how to overcome the doubt.
Well, the cards that Amy and Monte get tied directly into what they were saying. I got Mercury and Gemini in the 4th house. So the 4th house is that stability. And then the awareness of, so not having that doubt. So it's the awareness of information to explain what makes you feel secure. Many thoughts about or from communications about support, and many words resulting from the fluctuations of your home and family. That's your base. So
Right.
really securing that base and having that awareness and not doubting yourself and moving forward.
Okay.
Hold fast, Victoria. It's our mantra.
And just to add color to that, it's what I got is it's a time for passion and originality.
Passion.
That's a passion, yes, a passion coin.
I'm the bird,
That's the
the
most
duck.
worn out card in that deck.
Really?
Yeah, I guess so.
I just want to say that, you know, it talks about the builder, and then you got the 4th house, Michelle Marie, and that's all about the house. So it's like building your house
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
and what makes you feel
So
secure.
maybe that's what it's all about.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah, no,
think,
that-
Victoria?
It makes a lot of sense. I've had a lot of things falling apart. Still don't have a job or a job offer.
Mm.
So
Well,
yeah,
you
it makes a lot of sense.
People are in a flux right now, you know, with what's going on in the planets with Jupiter going retrograde in Pisces.
But things come out of the blue too, right?
Well, that's the Uranus Saturn square, but with Jupiter retrograde in Pisces, that's why we're all sort of a little emotional
Exhausted.
exhausted, and thinking about people who are no longer with us, and thinking about how the fact we're no longer going to be with people. You know,
That's like draining, right?
it is. This
Yep.
gratitude thing is exhausting. What can I say?
Then we have to work on ourselves.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, this is great. I mean, it's right along with what I've been thinking, and being a Cancer season with the Cancer new moon, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, emotions are just
Yes,
an overflow at this point.
Yes.
we did it.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're all in the same boat, right?
Right.
Exactly.
That's why we do the oracles, right? Because the show must go on. So,
That's right.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, next question today is from Susan. Susan, I don't even know how to say your last name, even if I try.
Oh, I'll say it for you. It's Sharonis.
Sharonis.
No,
Okay.
Like my Sharonis. Okay.
That's exactly it, Jeff.
that is such a great song.
Isn't it a great song? It's
One
the
of the best.
I'm regretting about trading up my last name to his, which is Lee, the most phonetically common name in the entire world. No one will ever ask me how to pronounce it or say it again.
You're gonna miss that.
I might. Thank you.
Unless you hyphenate.
I could. I think I'll keep it Susan Sharonis Lee with no hyphen and go by Susie Lee. But that's yet.
But if you did it Lee Sharonis, it could always be Lee Sharonis.
That's great. Well, thank you for your time. I have a question today about my future bonus son who's been with us and recently exhibited a need for some of the information in these books.
Okay.
And I am at a loss for how to present them without completely alienating him. And yet, if he's going to stay here, he's got to get some of this under his belt.
Well, I think
Nonviolent communication. I saw that one.
well, while everybody's picking cards, I'll tell you, you said if he's going to choose to stay here, I'm sorry, but you're the one who has to choose if he stays there.
Well, his dad had a talk with him that if he was going to stay past June, he was going to have to clear with me about his emotional seizure.
Right. Right. Well, I'm just
He broke his
as a former security professional security is paramount, and you can't wish things away. You got to treat things as if they are, and as if they need to be addressed. You can't say, well, in a month this is going to happen, that's going to happen. No, right now. That's just like, that's like a battered woman situation.
Exactly. And instead we've been walking around on tender hooks because
No way. The minute somebody raises their hands, the whole equation changes.
I'm with
It
you.
becomes get out, or
Right.
you go away.
Right.
I'm
Well-
sorry, but I don't care what the cards say, to tell you the truth, but as someone who grew up with a police sergeant, and I was in the security business, in the movie business, once somebody raises their hands, it changes the equation, and the equation is very real. So that's my attitude. Anyway, what did you get, Amy? I'm sorry.
I got the witch, which is you.
That's
you.
who I'm gonna be.
And the 2 of Wands, which is making a list. So I think, instead of giving him a book and expecting him to read, which is a little expecting a lot, right?
If somebody doesn't ask you for the book, giving them the book does nothing.
No, but I think you have to have a list of rules in which you probably won't abide by, so then it'll go to the next level.
Yeah, but
I mean, you're the witch. You're the power source of the house. It's your house, and these are your rules, right?
Well, it's just that he on the last day of the month he broke his leg, and so now he's in like.
Oh, you are the witch, aren't you? I'm
I-
not saying you wish that on anybody. You know what I'm saying.
No,
People do get their karma.
What's so interesting is this book correlates kind of like Louise Hay's book does. The emotional reasons for physical outcomes like broken bones and
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but think about what my father, the police sergeant, would have said. He'd say, I don't give a fuck what the reasons are for what he's doing. He gets out of the house. That's the advice you get from somebody who has seen people hurt.
Okay,
It's-
let's see what Michelle Marie. and
Actually, what
Jeff
does
are
Marty say? Marty's a real,
Yeah, we want to bring Marty in at the end.
because Marty's a real therapist, as opposed to me, who's a cockamamie therapist.
team.
Well, I got 3 cards for you.
All right.
I got Mercury in Virgo, and I got the 5th house. Now, the
Mm.
5th house is all about self-confidence. It's that Leo energy. And Mercury and Virgo are both all about communicating your point in a very analytical based way. So
Okay.
it literally says, let your mind tell you how to do what you must do and do it dramatically.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Michelle Marie, you came through.
That's great.
Yeah, you had,
That's helpful to me to figure out how to couch this because
right.
Yeah, but this is,
That's not couching it.
that's not
Well,
counting.
Susan, I'd like to offer to you, that you can reach out to me and I can go through it with you, how to do it.
okay, Marty, I will do that.
Okay.
First step-
There is a way to approach, and there's also a way to reasonably set up. See, if you have doubts about where he's going to go or how you're going to work this out, then that will make it, that energy will come across. But I've helped a lot of people plan these kind of, it's not the old interventions that you see like on TV or in the movies. Those don't work. It's coming up with a reasonable plan, that people can, that you are okay with, that, you can say, okay, here's what we're going to do, not asking him, saying, here's what we're going to do, but here's some things that we might be able to help you with if you're open to it.
Okay.
So, but I do agree with the cards and with, God love Monty's, straightforward street wisdom, which is you cannot have someone around you that is a physical threat to you or other
I would
people.
have handled
You
this
just can't.
the very instant
Yeah.
that it happened.
No. Well, what you're actually doing though, to look at it in the whole way, the whole universal way of looking at it, I don't want to take up too much time here, but you're protecting him also against doing something that he will regret the rest of his life.
Good way to.
So that you're not just protecting you and the people in your home, and you are definitely the witch. You are definitely the powerful, wise woman who is saying, this is our space, okay? And I cannot permit you to harm yourself or to harm others. And I'm getting real strong confirmation on that. So I don't know the best way to, I think I'll message you on here on chat, just to you, and I'll give you my phone number.
That's
Okay? And then you can, and you
Thank you,
can reach
Marty.
out.
Thank you,
Okay?
Marty.
Hey, I'm
All right.
telling you, Ask the Oracles is an awesome thing. You stay safe, Susan.
Thank you.
Stay
Love
safe.
you guys, appreciate you.
Oh, love you. Listen, and we feel this way about everybody. You know, when you ask a question, we try and do our best to give you the answer.
We don't mess around.
We don't ask the Oracle Council. I mean, we're taking off for Uranus after the show. You know, we that's where we're meeting. We're having our retreat on Uranus.
Our next question today is from another Susan in our audience. Susan, is it Burnstone?
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Cool.
Hello, everyone, and I just can't resist Marty from a fellow therapist. Right on. That was really good advice for Susan. I was like, my head was, I thought was gonna just, I became the bobblehead today, you know? It was like, yes, yes, I wanted to say all of that. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
great. Yes, yeah, it sounds like you're in good hands. So I feel like the universe was trying to give me a message today. And I said, oh my goodness, there are people who might be able to help me with that. So here I am. And, you know, it might be for the next couple of months. It might be for the next year.
In other words, you're trying to figure out what's the universe trying to tell you. You have the feeling
Yes,
that the phone's ringing.
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. This is what we do.
It's funny, I get the Protector, which is the cover of our Wild Goddess Oracle. It's coming out in September, and the Protector says to surround yourself with people who lift you up and accept you as you are. So welcome to the world of our Ask the Oracles. And I think that's the message for you, you know, to, if anyone's bugging you or anyone's toxic or you feel frustrated with certain people, just focus for the next few months on people that do lift you up, that you feel on the same frequency with. And that's what the cards want you to know.
You don't feel like you have to be with them just because they're family members, let's say. Guessing wildly. Wait, but where is the Wild Goddess Oracle cover?
What do you have to share, Michelle Marie?
Got a double Jupiter. I got Jupiter and Sagittarius in the 10th house. So those are the three
Nice.
cards that I got.
Philosophy, right?
Yes, and it's all about it's therapy, it's Chiron, that wounded healer, it's philosophy, it's teaching, so it ties into your energy. And it's learn or teach your highest ideals responsibly and be positive about the rules of success, grow and expand, get it out in the world and become a person of power and status. So, you know, I get that 10th career card, and then the Jupiter and Sagittarius tells me that this is going to be a good time for career as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
I pulled cards for you too, Susan. I
Thank
got
you.
timing, capable, and partnership. So I'm, you know, this will mean more to you than to me, but it's
Yes. What was the second card? The first one was timing. and what was
timing, capable,
capable.
and
Yeah.
then partnership in that order.
Well, this was all very meaningful to me. So meaningful. Yes. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe
Thank you.
the reason Amy pulled the card that we used on the cover of the Wild Goddess Oracle, which I have up right now on our screen, is because it's reminding you that you're a wild goddess.
Oh,
Yeah, you're coming
There
into
you
your
go.
own. I think you're
absolutely.
I mean,
Yes.
people, therapists like you and Marty, I mean, you listen to people all the time. It has its effect, you know.
I'm also, I'll just share this. I'm also a caregiver for my unhusband. I don't like to use the word ex. So I haven't, because ex kind of, you know, sounds too violent. So we were good friends. Long story short, I've been his caregiver for about 3.5 years since he
Wow.
had a very bad stroke. So that's been like a big piece of my life that I'm trying to kind of now, you know, just embrace other things. So
Yeah.
thank you.
You're an
Thank you.
amazing person.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So is that book coming out? Is that what I'm seeing?
September,
In
yeah.
September, yeah.
So we can pre-order now on Amazon or
Yes,
something?
yes.
Yes.
Perfect. I will do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. All right. Our next question today is from Bernie. Good to see you, Bernie.
What would Ask the Oracles be without a question from Bernie is what I want to know.
Quiet.
This one's an easy one. Nothing too esoteric. I've got a new client prospect that showed up last week. I know these folks from past projects, and I guess the question is, will it lead to bigger projects in essence worth the attention?
Okay. Michelle, can I use the karma card?
I get the security card. I'm using the our little reminders law of attraction deck, which is like kind of an easy, simple deck, but it always tells you a lot. So security to me means like it will lead to security for you, you know, more long term than short term.
And this is the only card that we've ever done that has the word bank account on it.
Hey, I can work with that.
Yeah, it's
not even crypto.
Exactly.
Wow,
I choose to feel secure and to work so that my bank account is full.
I guess that's pretty direct.
Yeah, and that's got the world turtle. Those of you familiar with Native American icon, first persons, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm probably offending someone, but I mean, I can't go through a day without doing that. But the world turtle, the turtle holds up the earth. So,
Yes, and it also represents your home. So
Right.
to me, maybe they're finding a home with your company.
Okay, excellent.
Anybody want to add?
Okay, I got the South Node in Virgo in the 4th house, so that ties directly into the home element that you two were talking about. And so I got, there will not be methods for the healing power of what makes you feel secure.
That's so weird that security is the issue.
Security.
Yeah, security is the real theme here.
So yeah, think about that as a key to dealing with them.
Okay.
They want to feel secure with you, and you know, just make that key.
I pulled some cards too, Bernie, but I'll tell you the feeling that I got when you spoke about that is that ultimately you're going to want to fire this person as a client. I don't know why I got that feeling, but but I felt like it's going to so the cards I got were recycle, delay, and change. So I get that you're recycling you're recycling the opportunity.
Yep.
There was a delay, but when I got to change, I decided to share with you what I was feeling. Is that the change is you saying no to them.
Interesting.
For reasons which I don't know why, but you know, if you've ever done work for others on a consulting basis and have had the opportunity to have an annoying client and can afford to say no, there are times when you just have to say no, when they're basically pushing you through to do things that you would never otherwise do. So I just shared that with you.
Well, that's pretty accurate. They had it was a project that was discussed about a year and a half ago prior to COVID. So in 2019.
Oh, wow. Well,
Jeff is absolutely right, because on the action side of these same cards, it literally says, now is not the time to do what you must do and do what makes you feel secure.
Okay.
South Node is a note. And thank you, Amanda.
Yeah, maybe you don't trust, you won't trust them with the bank account message.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so just don't let them
You gotta
hold
put
your
it all
bank book.
together.
Fair enough. That won't be happening.
Amanda just donated Zane coins to us. You're so cute.
Thank you, Amanda.
And thank your black and white cat too.
Thank you, folks.
You're welcome.
You.
Lauren, you're muted.
Sorry.
No
Our
problem.
next question today is from Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
There she is.
Hey, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take my headphones off.
Yeah, we're actually not using your things either. We're all going braless apparently.
So I have been in the process of making transitions and have moved, and I wanted to know if you guys could pull some cards for me today for my next 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months. Okay.
Yeah.
We do have
Hey, Dawn, I got the Dawn
I was
card.
just going to say
I
that.
got
We
the
have
Dawn card. It's a new
Okay.
beginning. Yeah, I feel like it's a new beginning, and you know, things are really looking up. That's the meaning of that card. You know, it's a new dawn. It's hopeful, many new possibilities. So
Wow. And my name.
yeah,
Yeah.
do not be discouraged if things look dark and hopeless. The sun rises each day. I'm not saying they do, but the sun rises each day revealing new possibilities and renewed hope.
Wow.
I mean, that's spooky. This stuff
Yeah.
works. No, I swear to God, we'll meet people and I'll say, yeah, we sold 3 million books. Now, you really believe in that? Or you're just doing it to make money? I'm like, come on, there's easier ways to make money.
Much easier way.
Yeah.
People, I don't know if they just run out of stuff to say, but they do. But you got the dawn.
The dawn.
Yeah.
So,
Monkey, what is it that you have your saying about firm up your base or secure your base?
well, I wish it was mine. It's actually Colonel von Clausewitz, who's wrote the book on war.
Yeah.
And it's a book that was written, he's a Prussian colonel. I think he might have made general finally, but it's still studied in every war college. And the first rule is make your base secure, which his early version before airplanes of put your mask on before you put the mask on. And that's how I see it.
We've been saying that it's an astrological indication also during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Stay well, let the body as your base, your home, make, get supplies, make sure that you have all the tools and essentials that you need, and just ground yourself.
And actually it still applies, because I think that we're not out of the woods yet.
We're not.
In terms of supply chain disruptions.
Yeah.
And so always make sure you have like 6 months of what you need.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what the preppers say? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the preppers say 1 is none and 2 is 1. In the sense of, if you have something that you really depend on, having one of them is like having none, because if it breaks, you have none.
You have nothing.
We're fortunate to have a big basement.
And we like to order things on Amazon.
Oh.
Sorry, Michelle.
That's okay. So I had the honor of reading Don Welsh's Vedic chart. So I know what dasha you're in, and it's Mars, Mars. So it fits in perfectly with your discussion. And I pulled the perfect cards for you. I got Moon in Aries in the first house. And I know you're in your Mars, Mars. And in about, I think it's October, you're going to move into Mars, Rahu. So you're just going to be Martian energy to the max. You have been already. Yeah. And so what I see is the nurturing of energies to meet the challenge of who you are. You're starting this whole new chapter of your life. You've jumped into this new energy, and you're now manifesting your desires through your actions. So it's an exciting new time for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think my moon is in Aries too. I'm a Virgo. I think.
Yes, it's Ravati, I believe, from our So.
This is cool that you know her chart. That's really cool.
Well, Moon in Aries always likes new beginnings, right?
We like
everything new.
Well, for what it's worth, I got stuck, transformation, and wish granted. So,
nice.
So I don't know from where you may have been stuck, but it certainly sounds like you are transforming.
Yeah.
And we'll have a positive outcome.
Yeah. Wonderful. That's kind of like you, Jeff. You're transforming. You just moved. You moved west.
I moved, north. No, actually a little, just north, really.
Yeah.
And a little bit west. You're right. A teeny bit west.
Yeah, but on the land.
On the land, yes.
He's a mainlander now.
I'm a mainlander now.
Us island folks, we envy you.
The life on the island is nice.
Yeah.
It is, until the trucks stop going over the bridges. Then we have problems.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Our next question today is from Esther.
Hold on.
Esther.
Wait.
It's been too long.
I'm like at the movies eating. If 2 people have the wish granted card, I would like that card.
Okay. Things are so weird from the whole COVID thing. While everybody's pulling cards, we were at a party the other night, and there was like 2 rooms of an apartment. And I'm looking through the doorway, and I'm realizing I'm watching the people in the other room.
We were watching a TV show.
Like we were watching a TV
we just
show.
sat staring and trying to figure them out.
And it wasn't just us; it was the other people that were in the room. I guess the conversation hit one of those lulls, and we were all just like watching the TV. Like, oh, it's so weird. I think you all know what we mean. I hope. If not, you think we're nuts. Fine. Oh, what'd you get?
It's such a nice card. I get the receptivity card, which it
Wait a
means.
minute, did I ask a question?
No, you just said
Oh,
wish
I can pick
granted.
the card for you, but then you
Oh
got.
my God, I'm like, wait a minute, did I say something? Okay, go
You
ahead.
said you wanted wish granted. Look, we're psychic. We don't need you to ask the question.
We'll tell
and
you what the
got,
question was.
you got an angel. The angel's there, so no matter what happens, the angel will fix you.
It says receiving blessings. So
Yeah,
anyhow, whatever your question is, there's
Wait,
blessings.
receptivity.
I am open in my heart and mind to receiving the blessings that I deserve.
Oh, I need to meditate on that one.
You can.
Right. So I initially, which I'm not going to do, my nephew is taking a test that he's a civil engineer. He got his master's degree. And
Is that what the question was?
No, well, the thing is he got his master's in civil engineering, but you know how some people aren't test takers? And there's a major one after that he needs to pass. And he is just like, fail. And he's coming up this month. And I want to ask, but part of me is like, don't ask, because then if the outcome's not good, then I don't want to disturb the energy. So that's really what I wanted to ask, but I'm just going to ask if you see anything for me opening up over the next 8 weeks or so. Is there going to be any transformation? Is it going to be?
Wait a minute. Are we in a time warp? I can swear we just
just
answered
said-
the card.
Oh, I'm confused because you pulled the card before I actually asked the question. So
Right.
Oh, that's because you're that cool.
That's the way.
can you back up, like put this all in a box over here? I did look for your cards. Like you're at I didn't know it was Holly Hobby or Holly something, and everything was like a half an hour.
No, Joanne's.
Joanne.
Joanne.
The best.
I thought it was like Holly Hobby or something.
No, Hobby
Eventually.
Lobby. It will be there eventually,
Oh,
but
yeah,
right
not
now
Hobby Lobby,
it's
okay.
just Joanne's, and we're hoping Michael soon, because Joanne's is 800 stores, Michael's is 1,200 stores, and Hobby
So
Lobby is.
receptivity is the message. Are you ready to receive the message?
And is your nephew ready to receive the message?
She decided not to ask about it.
I know, I'm afraid. Like I just,
Well, I'm freaked out because I don't understand what's going on. I feel like the father in Moonstruck right now. where he goes, I'm good.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, good movie.
That's what he says. The old one, they're in the kitchen. And he cries.
Oh, yeah, he's probably younger than me. What'd you get, Michelle
She
Marie?
decided she just wants a message, right?
Well, that's why we put it all on our guests. That's how we do it here at the Ask the Oracles.
So I got Venus, Cancer, and 6th house. Okay, so the actions that I see are cherish your feelings as a full-time job. That'll help you be more receptive. And then the outcome is really interesting. It's the attraction of an intuition to protect your service to others. So
Okay, say it again slowly.
That was interesting because that's just like what she was talking about with the nephew.
exactly, the attraction of intuition to protect service to others.
Yeah, so in other words, listen to what we just said.
Give me. I'm trying, and I'm not.
Well, I'll just give you 3 more words to ponder.
Wait. What does that mean? What did that?
Let go, play, and start.
I do that all the time. But what did that mean?
No, you're not doing it now if you do it all the
I am
time.
open. I
Not
am
letting
open.
go of anything. You didn't let
Right.
go of anything.
I am open. I am open.
No, but I didn't know what Michelle meant by her.
She's saying you have attracted the intuition. That's us. You have attracted the intuition to make your decisions about helping the other person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. On that note.
Okay, go.
Okay, moving forward, out of the time warp into where time flows forward. Einstein loved that experience.
It's Mary's turn.
Hello.
Hi, Mary.
I'm
Mary has.
Hi, Mary. So I have an interesting problem that came up this week in trying to negotiate a better rate with my insurance people. I
Wait a
found
minute. Oracles don't work with insurance people because
Wait,
they're not of this world.
Wait. So what happened was that several years back.
No, but we just need the question because we got to get to everybody's.
Let me finish. I'm almost there.
Okay.
The point is, there was information that was behind this claim that's cost me a great deal of money. And I think there was dishonesty involved.
You
So
said
I want
that.
to
You said
know.
it, an insurance company. You said that.
Okay. Anyway, I want to know, should I pursue this? Because as I've said, I've been paying through the nose for something that I'm not responsible for.
When you say pursue it, what do you mean?
When you say pursue it, you mean pursue it legally?
I'm going to take it up with the insurance company for sure. But it makes me pretty angry that for 3 years I have paid so much money for somebody's lie.
Well,
what do you think?
Okay, so you want to know whether you should take it up with the insurance company.
I'm going to do it anyway, but I wonder what will happen. That's what I want to know. Sorry.
Okay.
Bad question. I apologize.
That's a, no,
Well, I get that you can win because I get
oh, that's great.
the Nine of Pentacles, which is abundance and gain.
Money.
Yeah, and money.
And
that's
an
what you want.
independent woman.
Yeah, so I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But don't hurt yourself by being angry. Just try to make it a business-like approach to you deserve it and you're going to work it out.
And I was kidding about insurance company. It depends on who you get. You might find somebody that's really
absolutely
nice person.
They've been making money hand over fist in the last couple of years because no one's driving.
Well, yeah, of course, they're out on the golf course. That's where, if I want to reach my insurance people, I can just walk to the golf course. That's where they are.
What do you get, Michelle Marie?
I got Saturn and Gemini in the 5th house. Now, Saturn is all about those restrictions and limitations. Gemini is all about communicating, and the 5th house is kind of taking a risk or a gamble. But what the words say is to be realistic about what you want to be known with the trust of a child. So, you know, don't take it too seriously, but also be very realistic about your situation and communicate it very clearly. And I also got, you must wait before you can use the quickest way and do it dramatically. So put some restrictions on yourself initially before you really launch into this so that you can do it properly.
Excellent point.
And I got 3 words which maybe you could construct, Mary, because I'm not understanding. But
okay,
it was truth, visualize, and partnership.
Okay, I get it.
And so I get why you should do this. My question, when I got to partnership, I always think class action lawsuit. Like, are there others that have experienced what you experienced, and can you bring them together to actually have an effect?
Here's how I see it: is that the insurance company was fleeced.
Well, so so you can be partners with them.
Yeah.
And you know, and then the what was the first one you got? Truth. In other words, it's saying what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
And then the second word was,
I just shuffled.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
No,
But,
it's okay.
but I got the feeling that it's just saying what you said is true, and you can end up being partners with the insurance company in the sense that you might get somebody who understands that you're doing it with the trust of a child, like Michelle Marie said, and you just, you know, here's what happened, rather, you know, nothing but the facts, rather than you're all a bunch of assholes and why are you killing me? I'm not saying you do that. But I'm telling you something. Animals know. We're all animals, and you know when someone's mad at you, and it's just like in the jungle. Animals attack what's afraid of them. The predators will attack. If something's not afraid of them, they won't attack it because they don't want to get hurt. So
that's why Michelle Marie was saying, get yourself together to orient exactly what you want and how you're going to approach them instead of being emotional, you know, maybe about it, just the facts. Just
absolutely. You have to rehearse this stuff and have an approach.
Yeah.
And all of it is pertinent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Good
That's
luck
what
with
we
that.
do on Ask the Oracle.
Do it well. It's great. Our next question today is from Marion.
Hi, Marianne. Are you muted?
I'm not now.
Good.
So thank you. Oh, by the way, I ordered your Pathfinders.
Really?
About mid-1990s. So
yeah, because that hasn't been out for a long time.
Yeah, I love it. I have always used it to find lost things, and
that's awesome.
Wow.
Totally amazing.
We have to bring that back someday.
We're working on it. It's a different world now because that has a First Peoples theme to it. So
okay, right. I love that. It's a different world as you're doing.
But we actually did get the blessing of Mayan Elder Hunbot's men for that. I asked him about it, and he said no. He says we have to make thousands of shamans now. We're entering sacred times.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and I love the statement that put in about asking questions, that if you can form the questions, you'll know the answer.
Yeah,
That's the ancient
so
said it.
true.
You know your
That,
question.
that,
You know your
that
answer.
was just really beautiful. And it's also such a wonderful remark that emits a lot of trust, I think.
Thank
A lot of trust in you, both of you.
Well, Amy is a wonderful, trustworthy person, and it's rubbed off on me.
Well, that's good. Good.
Yes.
Well,
And
I wanted to ask, well, the last few weeks have been really difficult for me. And well, no, I wouldn't say difficult, but it was difficult for me and my husband's health going through. So maybe that's what you were saying, the retrograde and Jupiter or some Pisces.
well, there are Jupiter's and Pisces retrograde, and it has been a very emotional time. We don't answer health questions here. You know that, right?
Well, no, I didn't. I wasn't going to ask one, but it just in that respect, I wanted to. I'm going to move on to. If you could just pick me some cards and let me know what the balance is coming up. What kind of balances I should be working with in the next few.
That's a great
I
question.
love that question.
What kind of balances you should be working with?
Yeah.
Well, I think this is your husband, the King of Pentacles.
Very practical
So
man.
I think, you know, he does require a lot of attention, but I think he has a lot of vitality too.
Awesome.
So that's your job right now.
Okay, that's the job. Yep.
Yeah. The King of Pentacles is a good card.
He's a good guy.
He's one step below the Emperor, and the Emperor has a lot of envy for him. He actually has, and the King of Pentacles actually has more money than the Emperor, or he has more fungible money that he can actually spend, like Jeff was saying before about fungible.
What do you want to add?
I hope so.
I got the moon in Taurus in the 5th house. The 5th
Oh,
house.
that's so right.
What does that mean?
So the actions are defend your beliefs with the trust of a child. Let your feelings tell you how to use the most direct way and do it dramatically. And then the outcome that I see from all of this is the nurturing of resources to maintain the power of love.
Oh,
That's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Even though
it's
you
the most
you wrote
important
it.
thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I wrote it in segments. I don't think I could take credit for
I think, you know, in terms of your question, I think you know what has to be done, you know, with your husband, you know, because you love him so much.
Well, yeah.
So I guess
I do. It's true.
And what'd you get, Jeff?
I got trying to understand the what I got was let go, dream, and cooperation. So I'm don't know in the context of where this comes from, but let go, dream, and cooperation is what I got.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When you apply it to the question of balance, this is what has to come into balance, right?
Right. Let go of wanting it to come a certain way, you know, because
and let go of what you and be open to it, to what has to happen.
Right.
It's yeah, I do try to control the outcome too much.
Right. So yeah.
So that's just let go and allow the dream to evolve and
well, you know that Arabic expression with if you want God to laugh, tell him your plans.
Right.
If you want him to laugh, you said?
If you want God to laugh, tell him your plans. It's a very old Arabic saying.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that God's going to laugh at us, but I'm just saying that you never know.
Well, there's always that dance between, you know, how we contribute to what becomes reality. You know, it's a dance with the universe because there's karma involved and there's astrological energies involved. So it's like, you know, being vigilant of what's really our desires, what your question really is.
I mean,
then you get the answer.
I have this book called Quantum Affirmations where I postulate that consciousness is the smallest particle and then I apply quantum physics to it. But even that, you know, talk about let go. you can do everything, but at a certain point, you gotta get you gotta let go.
Well, all these answers that we're getting for other people apply to all of us, right? That happens every week where there's sort of a group
It's absolutely true.
message.
Yeah.
And I think we can all learn a lot from other people's situations and other people's answers.
Yeah, we have, I mean, sometimes I feel people are asking the questions for us. It's very interesting.
Well, thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for having the Pathfinder talking board. We still have in print the Psychic Circle, and we still have the Enchanted Spell board, but the Pathfinder's been out of print for a while. Yeah, we'll try and make it a collector's item.
Okay.
Hey, who's that? Esther, that cat is very cute.
All right, let's see. Our next
Lauren,
question.
how we do? Wait, before we do, how are we doing with time?
Well, let's see. We have one.
Let's ask Einstein.
We have 5 questions.
Oh, great.
That's
So
great.
we're doing great. So Shem, you're up next.
Hi.
Hi.
My
Hi.
birthday is March 30, 1972. And I just want to know, what does the universe have in store for me for the next 6 months?
Okay, 6 months is a long time, but we'll give it a shot.
Thank you.
One card for 6 months.
Oh wow, I got a good card. In the Enchanted Love Tarot, I got the Emperor. Speaking of the Emperor, talking about cultural appropriation, on the barrier between cultural appropriation and honoring the various cultures. That's where the enchanted world is.
Right.
So so this is
Power.
power. So it's getting in touch with your power. The Emperor is good for business, but does not show emotion, because emotion is perceived as weakness. And so the Emperor is all about being strong.
And I got the Magician, and we
Wow.
always love to see the Magician. That means all your skills are coming into play. You can make magic. Those are 2 good cards, Shem. I hope they.
Yeah. Major Arcana.
We all want those cards.
And now Michelle Marie will use the karma cards.
Oh, good to see you,
Aw,
Shem. We connected on
thank you.
Instagram the other day.
cool.
So this is Mars in Gemini in the 6th house. And I love this Mars card because it really ties into that Emperor
Yes.
confrontational
Hmm.
energy.
Yeah.
And it literally says the confronting of communications about what is good for you. So really letting your needs be known. And I'm getting this is from the workplace, because I get action resulting from the fluctuations of your work, because that's that 6th house energy. So that really ties in with that Emperor energy. Really, for the next 6 months, letting yourself be heard and known, and your gifts known with that Magician energy at work, and letting your skills be recognized.
Okay,
And,
with the communication, I'm really having problem to communicate. Any advice on that?
Well, I did get Gemini, and so it literally says you need to be more confrontational and more assertive with others, with that Martian energy attached to Gemini.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very
You're
welcome.
welcome. Just to add to that, I have for your next 6 months. I don't know how to read this, but a time for passion and actualization.
Wow.
All good cards.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was stuck for so many years, so it's good message for me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Our next question today is from Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Hi.
Hello.
Ask away.
Okay, I don't know where my question went, but basically I was just saying that I've just been feeling kind of stuck, but throughout the whole day today, it seems like you're saying about the group field feels really validating, especially.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I just said, any advice to get unstuck? I'm working creatively, but nothing feels like it's like coming into third dimension. You know, it feels
Well, while they pick cards, I want to go back to that. The astrology right now is very introspective.
Yeah.
You know, the planets in the sky, and especially the Jupiter retrograde in Pisces, because Neptune's in Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces. I don't know how I don't know how Michelle Marie would see it through Vedic astrology, but the Jupiter in Pisces retrograde I see is very internal, very
But then it can seem like you're starting to mull things over and overthink, and that's what feels stuck. But I get the butterfly for you. That's from our Wild Goddess Oracle, and that the message is allow yourself to leave behind the past and what is no longer necessary, so you can truly be the person you've worked so hard to become. So, you know, the butterfly is like in the cocoon, which you're in now, and maybe feeling stuck, like you want to get out and fly. So that's going to happen. The butterfly is going to fly. But, you know, you can use the time to, and a lot of people during the pandemic and this whole lockdown have used that to sort of let go, clean out, do some feng shui, clean out what no longer serves you. So whether that's, you know, creatively making your space the way it should be for you to do your work, you know, stuff can make us feel stuck.
Yes.
We're not the best at that either, you know, because you need time to clean out and do all that kind of clean out. You know, whether it's just in your mind, cleaning that stuff out, or actual physical stuff.
I feel
that's what the butterfly says.
I feel desk paper shamed.
Well, I got Saturn Pisces third house. So speaking of that Piscean energy that Monte brought up with Neptune, and it literally says to be realistic about your dreams by making the right connections. You must wait before you can be a part of something overwhelming and get your ideas going. So there's a little bit of restriction there with that Saturn card, but it's going to open those doors for that butterfly energy, that transformation, that flow of spirit.
So the waiting creates the space to open the door. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what my intuition says. But then like, I keep seeing myself like looking for airline tickets. I just like want to get out of here.
So that's, you know, Pam, part of the challenge of being stuck is recognizing that you're stuck. And then, you know, when I help people get out of that moment, I ask them to visualize where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then they could find the steps to get there. So, you know, it's like accepting, you know, in your mind space, you are stuck. Okay, great. Put it down. Then visualize where it is you want to be, and then allow yourself to find the path to get there and let go. And typically when you're stuck, it's usually you are holding yourself back. No one is holding you back. So you have to let go of what is oppressing you internally, and then bring it on the outside so that you can breathe. So that it's like if you have the equivalent of a very heavy weight on you, you have to get rid of that weight to allow yourself to come through. And then you are empowering yourself to do whatever it is you're meant to do.
That's so good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This show is so awesome. If only we could figure out how to scale it. It's just, it's incredible. It's like a diamond. You know?
And I've been making a crystal grid with Herkimer diamonds as we've been talking.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, we love that.
Oh, wow.
That's
wait. I want to
see that more and more. Wait, that's major.
It gives me chills.
A lot of diamonds. Wow.
Do you live in Herkimer?
No, I live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I just have this little jar filled with Herkimer diamonds.
Did you visit? We've actually visited Herkimer.
I've never been there. Just in New York City.
We actually like with a sledgehammer, like open the rock, and there it is, like sitting there.
We drove to it, and there was a yard sale with sledgehammers. We bought the sledgehammers and continued on our way. Monty would break them open, and I would like pick them up. That's what I did.
We asked somebody from the highway department, you know, because that's how the Herkimer diamonds were discovered. They were blasting through to make the roads. And we said, is this the right way to get to the Herkimer mine? He says, the what? And we explained it. And he
crystals, we said.
He took out a pocket full of it. Oh, he said, you mean diamonds? That's what they call them up there, Herkimer diamonds.
Yeah.
Magical. Well, that should help you get unstuck.
I hope so, and maybe everybody, there's pyrite in this little obsidian owl. So hopefully just push all that energy to everybody.
Thank you.
Jeff, you'll like this, that the Herkimer Formation is the oldest rock formation on the surface of the earth.
Oh, wow.
Upstate.
Wow.
Yeah. Believe it or not, New York's got some weird firsts.
Wow.
Thank you all so much.
You're
and
welcome.
thank you for the field, everybody who's here.
Of course.
Yeah. We all get together and vibe
Monday
together.
vibe.
The Monday Ask the Oracle vibe.
Absolutely. All right. Our next question is from Cousin Rachel.
Cousin Rachel.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Are you outside?
I'm outside.
Yeah.
Had to get out of my car.
Gotcha.
I had a dream about you guys last night. That's not my question, but I just thought I'd tell you
Thank you.
that
What
you gave me some type of special stone. It was like green.
What?
That's
to
true
help-
because we have this 50-carat emerald we've been waiting to.
I didn't know who to give it to.
Yeah, really. It's like, I don't want it. Green's not my call. Yeah, really, Susan, right?
That's funny. My question is, am I going to be medically retired from the army?
I hear
should I
no
expect-
psychically. I hear no. Why? Is that how you're trying to get out?
I mean,
I actually got the South Node,
Which is no.
It means no. It says now is not the time to.
Hmm.
And
Is that a medical question?
oh my God, that was close. Oh my God, you tricked us. You tricked
I
us.
did the stone thing and then.
Yeah,
Didn't
really.
mean to trick you.
Yes, you did. You did the misdirection with the dream. I love it. I
Must
think
be a cousin.
when you leave the army, you should become a magician.
Well, I go by Monty. Well, what do you got, Michelle Marie?
Well, it's interesting because I got Neptune and Aries in the 10th house, which is perfect for you because Neptune is that 12th house energy, which is the military. And then the 10th house is your career. And Aries is, you're a soldier, you're a warrior. So what it literally says is be prepared to sacrifice for what you think you know about success. And then the outcome, exactly.
Wow.
The outcome is confusion regarding your desires, regarding where you're going in life. So, and it's sacrifice resulting from the honesty and strength of your career. So again, that South Node energy, staying where you are and making that sacrifice.
Wow. What
And
the
Ra-
hell?
Rachel,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That was amazing.
and I got you need the where is I get this right? The courage to let go for a new start.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean? Like,
I think it means what Michelle Marie said. In a different way.
Exactly.
stay where I am.
Stay where you are
No.
because you might be sacrificing. Well, she said her question was, should she get, or will she get medical leave, right?
No, she wants the medical for like out.
That's what I
Goodbye.
meant, medical out.
It doesn't mean you should stay. It just means that you may not get the medical out.
Right. Right.
Or-
And we're not telling you to go AWOL because I'm sure there's a federal rule against that they'll all come take us away.
But there might be a different approach. She might be sacrificing something by asking for that way out, where maybe there's another way out.
But I have to tell you, Rachel, I think what Michelle Marie picked for you is perfect based on the questions you've asked. That you shouldn't do it until you don't have the confusion surrounding the issue, because isn't that sort of what it was saying, Michelle Marie?
Yes, it is. It literally said sacrifice resulting from the honesty and strength of your career. So it's taking time to reassess. And, I grew up in the military and I knew people that were injured and, couldn't do certain things anymore, especially, harder things that were harder on the body. And they were just moved to higher paying positions in offices. So that could be a possibility for you as well. I'm not really sure, but that's that sacrifice card that I'm getting there. So
interesting.
Wow.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm
welcome.
injured, so they were gonna put me on a permanent profile today.
Oh, I didn't know.
So I
Then
just
what do I know? If you were injured, then what do I know? Then
But maybe it's like Michelle Marie said, there's a way to get promoted, through it. Anyhow, I also get relaxed and, try not to worry about it and, because that creates stress. Easier said than done, I know.
that's you.
all right.
I always
Thank you,
feel like
guys.
I always feel like we can confuse Rachel more than we help.
I'm like always very confused.
Sorry about that.
Well,
All right.
life is challenging. There's no doubt
It
about
is.
it.
Our next
Gonna make sense.
Our next question is from Rose. She's having trouble with her audio, so she asked that you pull a card for her.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I get the 2 of Hearts, which is love.
Aw.
Aw.
love with another person, you know.
Oh, she's unmuted. It worked. Go ahead, Rose.
I said the magic word, love.
Love.
Yeah.
So it's like doing something that you love, working with the person that you love, you know, and really enjoying that. That hasn't come up for a while on this show.
Yeah.
So enjoy that.
One of my favorite enchanted tarot cards. And Michelle
So
Marie.
I got the moon in Taurus in the 6th house.
Nice.
And the outcome part of this is the nurturing of the resources to maintain service to others. And then the action that I received for you is defend your beliefs as a full-time job.
That's interesting because Rose, you were talking about a partner last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love my partner, and I love working with her, and we have been partners for 25 years. So, you know, the problem we are having is not between us, it's between being allowed to go to get a visa, to go to where we need to go. What words did you get, Jeff?
Patience.
Yeah, stop slacking.
Patience, visualize, and explore.
Oh my God. Thank you very much, everybody. The council on target.
Yeah.
Thank
This is a
you.
hellified council this week.
Lauren?
Lauren, are we coming down are we coming down to the finish line?
Well, my camera decided to die. There it goes.
There we go.
Yes, we're on our last question.
Oh,
It's
wow.
from Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello, hello.
Welcome back to the States.
Thank you. It is so nice to be back. So this is my brother-in-law, Ron, and he is very connected, and I am introducing him to this amazing group. So he has a question.
Hi. Ask away.
Ask away. I've been taking care of a sort of a needy child who lives with elderly grandparents. He's been adopted by them, and he wants to be adopted by me, and I need guidance or a card or something.
I mean, I don't want to tell you what to do. That's a pretty heavy duty situation, but psychically I heard no, but we'll see what the cards say.
You mean truly adopt them?
Well, guidance, they're talking about what is it called?
Basically like fostering guardianship.
Yeah, not adoption really, but the child would prefer it.
I don't get a great card on it either.
I mean, I got the Mars card.
I get the Tower.
Well,
and we don't necessarily know why, but for some reason the cards don't want you to do it right now. Maybe the way that you're thinking, maybe there are different ways. What do you get?
Well, I have reservations, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you're getting a direct answer. Never know. It says no.
Unless, of course, Michelle Marie says do it, in which case you have to do it because, you know, we're very polite around here.
Oh, wow.
I got some interesting cards. I got the moon in Virgo in the 5th house.
You're getting a lot of Virgo 5th house stuff.
I really am. There's a lot of that. And I swear I'm shuffling.
I know you are.
And the action it's asking you to do is let your feelings tell you how to do what you must do and do it dramatically, which is that Leo energy. Okay, that's that 5th house energy. And then the outcome, which was really interesting, is reactions resulting from the perfectionism of your creation. So it also is feelings caused by the analyzing of, you know, any investments that you're making. So it's kind of up in the air. You've got that Virgo energy, which is heavily analytical, but very protective. You've got that 5th house, which is kind of a gamble. Like it's dice are being diced.
And it's also children.
It's a house of
Children too. Yeah. It's, you know, with the trust of a child. So, yeah, I mean, you're very heavily emotionally invested in this. That's that moon energy, but it hasn't really, the dice haven't fallen yet is what I'm getting just as a vision. So I think that's why you guys aren't getting the best cards right now.
And now in cleanup is Jeff Pulver.
Yeah, so the first card I pulled was procrastination.
Wait.
Always a good thing as far as I'm concerned.
It's procrastination, resurrection, and then you still have to push.
Leo energy,
yeah, the Leo energy is definitely there. So it's, you know, do what you must do, right? But it sounds a bit challenging. But I think more importantly, you need to listen to yourself too, right? I mean, if anything, we can help amplify your own intuition.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let us help let us help you hear your own messages and have the comfort and confidence to do what you know you need to do and feel comfortable doing it. That ultimately is all we can do. I mean, we can pull the cards, but it's you're the one who has to take the actions.
I think you have realistic reservations about it. And, you've been thinking a lot, the cards are picking up on your perfectionism of, is there an ideal way to make this happen? So don't settle down on one answer yet, but, now is not the time is what the message that's coming through.
Yeah, I mean, it could be something where the grandparents might not like it, and the next thing you know, you're in court or something.
Yeah, you never know.
They're sort of planning for their death, so it's not an immediate thing. I think they're worried about dying and wonder what's going to happen to this little guy or something.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I know the perfectionism that Michelle Marie was getting was because you want to do what's right for the kid.
I think he's going to be okay. Oh, that's a victory card. I'm showing it like, of course you know what that means, but
it means victory, the blaze of glory.
So that's good. I picked that for the child.
Thank you.
They're going to be a winner no matter what.
We have nice
It's good
people
to know.
today. People taking care of their non-husband.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
A lot of love. A lot of love.
lot of
here.
love.
Lot
I
of
mean, isn't
love.
that beautiful? Love and passion. If we have
Yeah.
love and passion, Jeffrey, right, we can get through anything.
Anything at all. Wow.
Thank
We
you.
did- Thank
Thank
you.
you, everybody.
Wait a minute, we actually
did it.
finished early?
We did it early. Well, this is amazing. So
That could happen.
You guys are on Connecticut time. That's why it is. It's the clocks run differently in Connecticut.
I suppose so. But if it's Mondays, it's time for
Ask the Oracle.
Thank you, Michelle Marie.
Thank you, Michelle Marie.
Always.
Everyone give her an applause.
yeah.
Thank you, everyone who joins us. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Monty and Amy. Thank you all.
Yeah,